Hi all, welcome back to Skies Above Britain. I forgot the name of introduced the name of the game there. Yeah, Skies Above Britain. This is I'm trying to think of the numbers, that's why. Chapter 4, Patrol 6. No, sorry. Chapter 4, Patrol 7, Part 1, yeah. Okay, so yeah, second last patrol. Things didn't go as smoothly as I thought earlier on, so I'm not quite sure how much of this I'm going to get done. We're set up, decks are reshuffled, and correct, that's all correct in the rules, as Hal pointed, gave us that reference to the rule. Yeah, I kind of figured somebody would have pulled me up because I challenged well, not challenged, but the fact Stu was saying he shuffled the bomber deck in his own kind of way, and that's surely somebody would tell me, well, why are you shuffling the decks in between the patrols if it wasn't done that way? So fair enough. We've still got somebody in the hospital, fuels set, the vector markers set. Pilots went nice this time. Remember, we didn't fly blue section the last time, but you can see that I think you're going to get one patrol where it's going good, and then I get the feeling our last patrol we're going to struggle again because a lot of these guys are going to be fatigued. I did have to bring one fatigue pilot back. I brought Peters back, who is a veteran pilot with a lucky charm. Not only that, he's sitting on 9 kills, I think, so he could get himself another skill. But apart from that, everything else is fine. I brought Kay. Kane was in the bailout box, so he's come back down to there. And in fact, I can now move them out of there, can't I? Yeah, because we've set up our pilots. So they were fatigued, but now they're not going to become the last patrol. So yeah, everybody's set up, and I think, what did we say, we needed 13 points or something? So we haven't, let's see, I think if I was in this position again, I would have realised that maybe we should have got rid of this guy. The fact he wasn't a veteran as well probably discharged him, and at least we would have got access to another pilot, a new pilot, but seems harsh. But anyway, let's see if we can get him out for the last patrol, which would be patrol 8, but we need a 9 to 12. So, let's see, how we go in here? No, not to be. In fact, you know what? Yeah, as a discharge result. 1 to 3 is discharged. So, he's gone, but I think he's gone in a place where I can't bring anybody in. I think, I will be able to do it for the last, I will actually. So, that was Ainsley, so I can score him off and mark him D discharged on the sheet here. And now we will have only 15 pilots, and we're entitled to 16, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 missing. So for our last patrol, I will be able to bring another green pilot back in and fly him immediately, I think. So that might help. Okay, so good to go. I'm going to just get started because I'm probably not going to get a whole lot done. I'll get half the part, hopefully. Like I say, we need 13 points or something, I think, out of these last 2. So let's get 7 or 8 here and make it nice and easy for the last patrol. Okay, everyone's done, I think. Yeah, one other thing I meant to mention was I got another reply to my BGG question regarding, what was it, the tail penalty and the lucky charm. And it was somebody else saying, he's answered quite a few questions that I can't remember the name now. Agreeing with the other person and saying that we should be able to use a lucky charm and look at both. He had a different view on how he's seen it thematically, I think. But it's there in the thread. So that's at least 2 folks said, nobody with authority, but, well, sorry, I mean, don't know, they could well have been playtesters and whatever. That's maybe wrong to say that, but I think it feels like you should be able to do that. So unless somebody comes along, or in particular the designer comes along and says no, you can't do that, then that's good enough. So we'll do it that way for now. Anyway, right, okay, let's go. Reveal. Right. No, almost, right. Remember, there's a couple of things you don't set up right away, Grant. Come on. Right, so set up the squadron. It's 1 to 8. It's middle. No, sorry, not middle. Deep. 9 to 12. It's middle. Here we go. It's a 5, so it is going to be deep. Well, yeah, there's pluses and minuses, isn't there? And then for the visibility, we've got a 3, so that is going to be clear sun, and the position is going to be 6. So it's going to be in the port. So we like that. We like all that. So clear sun in the port. Very good. Right, now we can reveal. See, that's what I was saying. There is pluses to that. There's the Messerschmitts, and we're in the deep zone. Oh, it's going to move the sun. Damn it. Right, so turn point, sun's going to move even clockwise, odd counterclockwise. I don't think I want odd. It is odd. So odd is counterclockwise. It means it moves up to the nose. No, it doesn't. Sorry, that's clockwise, Grant. Oh, damn. Yeah, I didn't want that then. So it's going to move to the tail, isn't it? Even clockwise, odd counterclockwise. Yeah, that's correct. Right, that was the bit of a shame. Mind you, you're nowhere kind of ready for things yet, Grant. And then we've got the Messerschmitts. So, however, the raid marker, squadron markers in the deep zone, the Messerschmitts result converts to a straggler result. So we're going to have it's not an option. It becomes a straggler because we're in the deep zone. The squadron is, and we're going to ignore it. So it's going away. Ta-ta. Right, that's that. We go and burn some fuel, and then we can't contact because there's no raid marker, and we are going to vector slightly. And let me burn the fuel up. I'll just try to do it quickly to try and get a good bit. We're then going to move. We can't do both, can we? Oh, we can do both. Hold on. Ah, yeah, it's the sort of tally-ho thing that you can't do both. Why did I not think you could do both? Spend fuel. Do a move or reform. Move the squadron to an adjacent zone. Move to a different altitude. I think what it was is quite a few times when I've been in here, I've had the vector, which has allowed me to then move and then just not spend the fuel and go high altitude. But this time it's not. We're in the deep zone. We are going to do both then and spend the fuel and move to here at high altitude. We will spend another fuel. I'll need to look back in the video when Stu told me I spent fuel that I didn't need to. I mean, I know it was early days of my game, and it's funny how you know, I mean, I can see how I probably should, you really should play these games before I record them. I mean, I'm a total hypocrite now, because I used to, when I first started doing this, I was like, I even made comments about these people that play these games and record them, and they've not played them before, blah, 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 you know. And now that's what I do, and understand now, because you get so many there's so many games that you want to try and play that you don't really have time. Not just that, I've always harped on that now I find that when I record a game, when I do a recording, I find that I get far more out of it and I stick with a game because I'm making a recording of it. Now, that's not happened all the time. There have been 2 or 3 that I've let down and failed and not completed, which is not nice. I don't like that, and yeah, I feel kind of bad about that. But anyway, let's. We're trying to. We've not got much time, Grant. Come on. Right, so I've moved that. I've done the fuel. We're then going to go back and reveal some more. So this time we're sitting able to contact, so if we do get the flak raid thingy, then we're good. So there's one counter. Look at that. Look at that. Look. Is that not perfect, I think? Apart from the sun moved down here. So we've got the raid marker first. So I guess put in play. And we're gonna, visibility is clear, so we're gonna get the escorts out. I'm just gonna look around here and we're gonna roll the dice, see what we get. Ooh, a 12. No escorts? No. We did get that in patrol. Was it just patrol 1, sorry, chapter 1 that gives you that one. So 12, we've got lead 109 heavy, port 110, trailing 110. Well, I'll tell you what, that is good, because we know these don't come, do they? These don't, trailing and lead don't like produce help arrives. So what was that? I need a 109 and two 110s. 109 and two 110s. Right, got the markers out. So the 109, lead 109. No, I'm looking at the wrong bit, sorry. Lead 109 heavy. So that is 109 heavy. And then, that 109 one, yeah. And then port 110, trailing 110. So they're clearly not heavy. Port 110, sorry, there. And trailing 110. So yeah, so from Help Arrives, the only cards that we're going to get are from the port, because they don't produce cards, I believe. Right, anyway, visibility is clear, and that's that. So we go back to check now the flak. Which I'm just looking at the cards, so I'm not going to bore you all with it. I mean, you've seen it through the playthrough anyway, and you play the game, you might find them useful, you might not care, you might just use the sequence of play. There's quite a lot of sequence to go through. It's a tricky game to grasp. Yeah, I mean, I found more difficulty than what I thought I would, for sure. But anyway, keep moving, Grant, keep moving. Right, flak. So we're going to have, it's a 1. So we're going to put 1 damage marker in here, because there's no bombers out yet. We're not going to have any friendly fire. And okay. Yeah, I drew that from the wrong cup, clearly, Hal. Right. So we're going to blow something out of the sky right away. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the credit for that one. So that was a mistake. I accidentally drew out the wrong cup there. Right. So, and then, tally-ho, if the raid marker is on the raid track, squadron is at high altitude, you may spend 1 fuel to immediately perform contact. If you don't, you may spend 1 fuel to adjust yourself. If you perform contact and the raid marker looks like that's right, that's not the case, right? So surely, hang on, 3 markers on there. No, this is the same place. You spend the fuel either way anyway. If I choose not to make contact here, we go to the fuel step. Yeah, it's not. I still never came across the bit. I need to go back and look at the video when Stu commented on and look at it, because I would understand now. I would look at it and say, oh yeah, because I know. Well, I know the sequence better than I did. Well, I don't fully know it that well, to be honest. There's that much in it, the sequence of play, I think. Okay, so we are just going to spend the fuel to go and immediately perform contact, I guess, and go to card 10A. It's just the same as what we're going to do. And then this will go away. Yeah, okay, so, well, you need to spend the fuel. Either way, we're spending the fuel. And either way, we're going to make contact, because we're not taking the chance of it moving on to the arm. Why would we? I mean, the only reason we would is we'd like the sun to be in the port or the starboard, I think. But, you know what? Let's just, we're in the high position. We are going to be able to, well, we should be able to get at the bombers here. Well, let's remind ourselves of what positions we can get in. Can we get in the sun? So we're going to be in the same zone, so we're looking here. The sun is in the tail position, tail high. So that is actually down 3 or less to get a tail high. 10 or more would also allow us to achieve the sun result. That's why you want the sun to be in the flank. So you've got that and that. Because the other thing is we're getting a +1 for being at high altitude. This isn't an optional +1 as far as I'm aware. So it's trickier to achieve this. It's slightly easier to achieve this, but you can see if you're in the flank, it's going to be easier to be in here or here. So that's not where we are. Well, hold on though. Let's consider escort stations. Or, well, should you bother, Grant? Shouldn't you just roll for this? Yeah, just roll. You've not got the high station. Just roll. We're going to make contact, so just roll. Right? It doesn't cost me a fuel. Remember, we're getting a +1 to this. I think ideally I want, you know, a 10 plus. Well, let's just roll. Right, with a +1. That's annoying. I might want to see if that is optional then. I don't think it is, mate. It doesn't. I think it would say, wouldn't it? You may add a +1. It's just we've got a 3, but we've got a +1. So, and a 3 result, if we were able to keep it down there, would be tail high, giving us the sun. Tail high gives you that penalty, remember that. Okay, so it's a 4, right? So I'm pretty sure you're not messing about at flank low, Grant. I'm pretty sure you're going flank high. Well, or is nose low an option? Because the escort stations are rather strange this time, or, you know, different to what we've been having. Yeah, I'm looking at the clock here, thinking I'm not going to get in amongst the bombers here tonight anyway, so I think I'm just going to shut things down for the night. Let's have a little look here though to see, although I'll probably have to do it again, whether it's tomorrow or, like I say, work's going to kick in a little bit over the next few days. I'm not going to get as much time, but so what are our options? Flank low, flank high, or nose low? Flank low, flank high, or nose low? Nose low's got this. You don't want this. You don't want this. I mean, I remember putting it to decent use recently when we had no real choice. Well, actually, I say we had no choice. I want to say that was the one that I think Tim sort of praised me a lot on how I went about it, or said that, you know, it was a good. There was something I done that felt like it was a bit riskier. You know what? Yeah, I keep looking and saying, right, how did it go again? We ended up going nose low. You're obviously going to do 2 rounds of the bombers, definitely. But most of the time you do 2 anyway, you know. But we had to just play it that way, and we knew we weren't going to disrupt. But let's look at flank high. Let's not even bother looking at flank low. So if we look at flank high, we've got lead, trailing, and port. So we do have a flank one. So lead is here, and they're all one. No, they're not. Lead is 109s actually, so that's a 4, and then the other 2 are 110s. So trailing is a 2, and if we choose port, it's an 8 because they're 110s, or if we choose starboard, it's a 3. So if we move into starboard, we're going to be rolling, the highest number is going to be a 4 to get the bombers. Yeah, we're not getting out of sun, but come on, we've got a 4. We can pluck that. We don't need to roll dice. So there you go. It's pretty straightforward. These escort stations are very kind, aren't they? They make it easy. I mean, it was a 12 we rolled. So I'm going to, what are we, 4 to 9? Yeah, flank low, or we spend the fuel, go flank higher, nose low. Yeah, I'm going to spend the fuel, and we're going to go flank high. In particular, we're going to go starboard high. Just keep away from the port one because that makes it better. We'll go starboard high, and then that's that. Well, it's almost that. We need to finish this step off, or then they can just cut it and call it a night. So we move the squadron on. There's no lost contact fighters, that's fine. Place escort station markers, they're already placed. Place bomber tiles, and then you defer that if it's clouds, and then we would be moving to card 12. So I'm going to put my cards at card 12, and that's where we're going to finish off for tonight. I will, however, sort the bombers first. Right, so there we are. Be nice not to have Dornies for this one, maybe. We want the tiles, though. We want what's the tiles. So whatever it means, what's the tiles? 11. Well, we're getting at least 6, so it's going to be Heinkel's. This is what we want, though. A 6 to 10. Give me a 6 to 10. Come on. Oh, you rat. 11. So it's going to be this one. So 6 tiles of Heinkel's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was great. No, no, 6. A bit mixed up. That's just because they're double-sided, aren't they? Right, so let me set this up. This is an interesting one. Oops. Don't think we've had this before. What are we coming in from the starboard? So we're coming in from the right. So I can put them tighter there. Well, there's only 6. Yeah, these are sort of like that. And oh yeah, I see. Okay, so it's like that. There's probably a bit more of a gap in between, but it doesn't matter as long as there's a little gap. And then like that, isn't it? Yeah. Maybe we did have this one or something similar before. Yeah, I think that's it. This one here. That's right, innit? Okay. And then we've got one final thing to do, and that's place this cockpit jet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? And then within the tile, I'll roll again. So 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's the middle, so this tile here. And then position number 2 is going to be the leftmost. So it's going to be this bomber here, and that is going to get the cockpit result, which is going to destroy that bomber. And that will go back in the cup, ready for me to pick later on. I put it in the right cup this time, Al. We're alright. So destroyed, and we don't get credit for that, sadly. But it still counts as the counter on the tile, so it still adds our 12 fighters plus this 1. So our first disruption attempt is going to be 13, which is pretty nice. How do we go about this? Oh, that's nice. You only need these two, don't you? Let's set that up right. That seems awful nice and easy. I'll tell you what did I say we need 13 points? So a 6 and a 7 I said, but I suppose if we got an 8 then it leaves a 5. Yeah, that is right. I'm just thinking that this looks quite easy to get a 6 out of, and if we could just take one bomber out, maybe you'd want to have 2. That would be an 8. Or 7 leaves you a 6, 8 leaves you a 5. Anyway, okay, well that's for tomorrow or the next time I'm here. Not sure if it'll be tomorrow or not. Right, so I will just cut this as the first half of this part and join another bit on tomorrow or next time. Yeah, so I'll be back when I'm back. Okay, cheers. Hi all, welcome back to what is just a continuation, isn't it, of Chapter 4, Part 7. No, Chapter 4, Patrol 7, Part 1, I think, yeah. So it's just the second half, it'll join on, yeah, I think I had about 26 minutes in there, so didn't think I would get a lot of shot today. This is before work today, so yeah, I'm just going to push on, nothing much more to speak about. I had a comment from Stu back a few parts ago mentioning that you cannot scratch pilots off just because you want rid of them. They need to have been killed. I want to say that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I talked about things wrongly. I put that in the header one of the videos, I can't remember, because Tim did bring it to my attention too. But I don't think we actually broke the rule the first time, because a pilot got killed right at the end of Chapter 3, I think, and then I get the chance to replace them. If my memory is correct here, I then get the chance to replace them. I then went into my Chapter 4 and I've got it reduced to 16 pilots, and I think that's when the one guy I scratch off, I chose to keep the green pilot that I've just brought in and scratch a pilot that was that flown two patrols already. And like Tim had actually said he wouldn't have done that, he would have just added a fatigue pilot, which is probably correct. But I still don't believe I actually broke the rule of it, although I did speak wrongly, and I understand now, you know, I understand that. But. So, fair enough, like I said, I think that's all that's to be spoke about now. So let's see if I can maybe get this part done. I'm a bit worried now about going ahead, because I've only got one more patrol after that. I'm getting through them a bit quicker now, so the end is nigh, and I'm not prepared for for something new yet. Although I did check that I had the Peleliu rulebook on my tablet ready to start reading through, so I'm going to do that. I'll get the chance at work a bit today to look over it over the next few days at work. So hopefully I'm ready, and I think that's what I'll be setting up next. Yeah, and I can set it up on this table. Still have that other thing on the other table. Still got Redward's Reverse here, gathering dust beside of me, which I hope to get back and finish, although I keep saying that. But. Right, anyway, where are we? We're at the order step. That's what my card shows me, where we're sitting. So we're going to give orders now. So just to double check, we're in a because of the escort stations, we're in a fine position. So we're coming in high flank, and we've got escort stations, lead, port, and trailing. So high flank, the lead's a 109s, the other are 110s. So the high flank, the lead is a 4 for 109s. The trailing is a 2 for 110s, and the port, because it's a port, but we are coming in from the starboard, so it's other side, it's 110s as well, is a 3. So actually the lead is the highest number, so it's a 4 here. We're not coming out of the sun. We do have a reroll option, but remember we do have 4 plucks available. We've got the full squadron with us this time. So yeah, so we're just going to, well, with no choice, we're just going to roll one dice and we're going to need a 4. Right, so hang on, yeah, so I'm giving a bomber's order. We're not mucking about again. It's been a while since we've bothered about escorts, to be honest. Yeah, you can see how probably the most of the time you can sneak by. Well, maybe not earlier in the campaign when you've not got all the veterans, but it becomes much easier to do it once you've got veterans as your squadron leaders, haven't you? Your section leaders. Okay, so a 4. That's all we need. Well, we don't actually need anything because we could pluck 4, but I'd rather not be plucking anything. So that's going to have to be a reroll, I think, because I'm not going to waste. I'm sure we can roll. Well, I can't roll less than a 1. Right, so fortunately a 1 came at a time where it shouldn't matter, but I still want to roll a 4 here. I don't want to use my pluck, so I'm going to spend the extra fuel to reroll that. Right, let's get something a bit better than that. Oh, jings. Right, so we've still failed, however we can pluck 1 to succeed. That was poor. Bad start to the day, die rolling. Well, I'm not going to be here that long. Okay, so we're going to have to use, and it's got to be one of the section leaders, isn't it? Pluck. Interception, and let's say this was the bit that maybe wasn't. Well, in the rulebook, to me, it definitely says you can do it, add +1. It's just that the errata or clarification part had to show that you can actually add more than 1. You know, however, if your whole squadron's there, I mean, if we only have flight A, then we can only use the 2. But interception. Pilot must be the leader of a section. This may be used when attempting an intercept escort or intercept bombers at action. Add +1 to die roll. Yeah, so it has to either be that's Schmidt, Brown, Hall, or Every to use their privilege. Well, I don't want to use Schmidt because he's, well, although we do have support from another veteran there, but that's where the green pilot is. I think the fact these are full of veterans, we'll use Hall here, so that's his veteran privilege to pluck an extra +1 for us there, which I didn't think I was going to have to need. Two dice to get a 4+. So okay, so we do succeed. Just not in the best way. So we're coming in starboard high. So yeah, let me get everybody down. Okay, so all ready and waiting. Yeah, I did say this was quite easy to break up, isn't it? Am I not right in saying it's just 2? Yeah, this one and this one, and then that's it. So we only need to isolate these 2 tiles, and everyone else is isolated. That feels like an awful easy one, doesn't it? I'm just looking back on the page, and just in case I've got it set up wrong. No, that's right. Yeah, so that's right. So this should be straightforward. We're coming in from the flank. Maybe don't want to take chances though, because there is a chance we could get in and out here in 1 round, which would avoid. Well, I'm saying avoid the escort stations. The escort stations are really good as well, aren't they? Because we know that cards don't spawn from this or this, so we can only get cards from the port here. I want to say there's a maximum 3 cards you can have at the most. So I think the worst case scenario is we get 3 cards and an ambush. But there's also still a possibility of getting 1 or 2 or even 0 cards maybe. So I don't think we should be frightened about round 2. And possibly we should take advantage of this Patrol 7, because what did I say we wanted? We want 13 points at the last 2. If we completely batter this, get the 6 points, get another 3 or 4 kills. Let's just say we get 4 bomber kills. We go at it. We get 4 bomber kills. That's 10 points. Then we only need 3 points from the last patrol. So maybe we should do that. We'll see how round 1 goes. But let's not. Oh, let's make sure we isolate though. Let's not maybe take a chance with that. So let me come up. Well, I think a clue I want to take this one out first, so I'm keeping that destroyed marker. And then, yeah, there's not another way of doing it. No, there's not. Yeah, so it's just this and this. I mean, it's slightly annoying that this is destroyed because it means I can only put fighters on this and this. So yeah, I might be putting stuff elsewhere then, I think. Right, let me work something out. Right, that's sort of my initial thinking. Initially I just had 2 up here on this. Remember, we've got 12 aircraft, 1 damage one marker. So it's 13. I mean, 1 is probably enough, but there is 13s and 14s out there, so I figured 2 would be better. But then because we've only got these 2 targets, I'm having to put lots of aircraft on these. And then I also started thinking, well, I could put other stuff on some of these tiles, but we're going for these 2 tiles. And there's 5 bombers on these 2 tiles available. And obviously this one's gone. So, but the 6 points for the tiles, and if we were to go after 5 bombers, that's 11 points. I don't need any of the other tiles. So ended up putting 2 more on this, going after more on this tile, obviously. Now again, I mean, I could put them on there as well. I'm not sure that's relevant, but what it does mean is if this goes away now, it's taken 4 aircraft away, which means we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 8 shots at a 9, which is fine, but remember, if this first guy knocks that guy out of the section, out of the formation, makes it fallen, then we're then got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 4 shots at a 6, and assuming we don't do the same thing. I think the risks are worth taking here though with that, really. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. Because I don't want to, these 2 I was going to put on one of these bombers on these tiles, but I don't really want to bother them with these 4 tiles. This one, this one, this one, and this one. I just want to concentrate on the 2, and I need to concentrate on them to isolate them. Okay, there's not probably much concentration needs to put into them to get them isolated, but you never know. No, and it would have been better if this was free, but it's not. So, right, I'm going to go with that. So, I'm going to get, what did I say, it was 24 minutes in? 26, that's about 37. So, I think I'll just get this bit done now. I don't really have an awful lot of time to do much more, but just wanted to get a little bit done. So, probably just do this and call that a shortish part. Well, depends on how long this takes. Right, so let's go. Everyone's shuffled up. All the decks are shuffled. So I'm going to start with red 3, 12 aircraft, 1 marker. So red 3, a 13. So top row, middle column, looking for a 13. Then we get a 5. So 5 damage and then return fire. So right, this tile's isolated. The 2 are going for that. The 2 are going for that. I think I'll maybe move it along a little bit. Right, so I actually just brought it down here. So that was the isolation. So these 2 are on the middle, these 2 are on the one on the right here. And this is still red 3 we're dealing with. So he got the disruption. We need to pull for damage. And then he's going to get return fire. And he's our green pilot actually. So probably didn't want that. Oh, this is just damage. It's a cockpit chat. Look. Maybe somebody's... well, what can I do? What can I do? I can't... You know what I mean? If I was messing about, right? If I was messing about, do you think I would have drawn as many and to make it so obvious that I was just, like Hal says, I had these in a different cup? And I know he was joking, but Oh well, I hope he does. I hope he was. I'm sure he was. There's nothing I can do. My fingers are clearly a magnet to the cockpit chits. After this game, I think I'm going to have a look to see how many there is. And well, I know there's 2 because I seen 2 in the cup at one point, and that's when I freaked out and looked away and started shuffling them up, and then I happened to draw one. So I am tempted to like see. I'm sure somebody knows how many there is, and might even make a comment, but that's fine. I probably won't end up looking, but. Okay, well that's destroyed. We still got return fire to take. Yeah, there's not an awful lot I can do about it. I mean, it's a good result. I'm feeling a bit embarrassed about it now because I'm like doing it that often. So that was red 3. He's a green pilot as well. Jock. Oh, I think he had a shot. I think he shot one down already, didn't he? Did I not think? Yeah, he did. That's his second bomber kill. He's a green pilot. This is only his second. This is only his second patrol as well. So, oh, and he'll be available for the last patrol. Well, here's hoping he's got return fire to take here. So that was. I'm not going to mark the kit just down just now because I'm pretty confident I'm going to get all 6 anyway. So that's 1 bomber kill anyway. Yeah. just happens. Right, so return fire now for red 3. Right, this is one that. Oh no, I'm saying I wouldn't want a green hit. That's actually would because he's got backup that can cancel that. So yeah, we would quite like that. So anyway, what have we got? No, unfortunately not. It's just a straight up hit. Oh, it's a 3. It's the best you can get. Well, I've not seen a 2. And I've seen some 4s, and we have had a few 3s before, but I've not seen any lower than that. So I reckon that's the best one you can get. So that's that card done. That's Jock done his thing, and done it well. Should we just persevere down here just now? Yeah, I don't think it matters what's happening. So red leader's got to use. Now he's got to use this. Yeah, here's the thing. I broke it away before, but I think this all happens at the same time. So because this was destroyed technically while it was still in all the formation, I think we've still got to look at the top row for this. It's an awkward one that because you've knocked it out, you've isolated the tile. Them have drawn the damage, but if they all happen at the same time, but this weird bit that gets me. I wish somebody would comment on this. Maybe I can. I've never asked for a comment on that, but the fact that everything happens at the same time, and and that would be that this got destroyed up here while it was still there, which is I think what I've got to do. I've got to look at. I mean, it does say in the rules if it was destroyed, you look at the. I mean, I suppose it's that specifically states that in the rules, doesn't it? But just like because we can add damage to get suppression numbers and distress numbers to suit and then move it out, doesn't that mean that things aren't happening simultaneously, that you're changing things up? Sort of bothering me that a little bit, but I don't know, I feel like you could come up with examples that sort of make that. Yeah, I don't know, maybe not. But however, this does specifically say in the rules that if this was destroyed and he's going to burst now on it, it looks at the same row as the previous one that destroyed it. Yeah, so fair enough. So top row, middle column, and well, we're not going to do damage. Sorry, top row, no. Yeah, it is, it's here. So it would be dorsal gun and the damage doesn't apply, 9 doesn't apply, he's getting return fire. Right, this is red leader though, he's a veteran with a lucky charm. I'll see me forget the name. Right, so return fire though, as a hit. It's a 7 to the cockpit. Alright, we're chucking it away. Yeah, let's chuck it away. So we're going to use his lucky charm. That was how. Didn't want to use it right away, but well, don't really want to have a 7. And the fact that we're off to a good start, well, to be honest, the fact that we're off to a good start, maybe we might settle on one round. I don't think so. I still think we should make the most of this. Right, red 2, he's attacking this one. So, anyway. So this is an isolated tile now, though, to these guys, because this is different. So isolated tiles, middle row, middle column, just looking for some damage, really. Middle row, middle column. Yeah, so dorsal gunner damage, low ammo, and 5. Oh, this is going to knock it out, isn't it? So I should really deal with that first. Come on, come out. Right, well, we'll deal with 5 actually first, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already. So this is going to become 4-1. The fact this tile's now isolated means that right, what are we looking for this time? Hinkles. That's them, so I just need 2 Hinkles here. Yeah, so this becomes 4-1. And then this is an isolated bomber now, because it's an isolated tile and there's only 1 left. So I can take this tile away and basically just spawn another lone bomber. Just bring them down a little bit. Fact, no, that's fine. Well, thing is, I can't use this tile again. I'm just going to sort of turn it that way, just as a reminder. I'm just going to leave it to the side because I'm not scored yet. And I'm still confident I'm going to get the 6 points, but I can't use that tile again. Normally I'd chuck it away, but it was just for in case I forget the point. So this is red 2, dorsal gunner damage as well. We've done the 5, and then he's low ammo as well. That's red 2, done. And then red 3 is looking at an isolated lone bomber, so bottom row, middle column. Bottom row, middle column is damage, low ammo. Low ammo, the damage marker. There's a wing. I'm just scared to take them out of the cup. Now, yeah, so we're not Dornies this time as well. Wing, but there's no need to roll for that. That's hand done. So yeah, pretty good start there because we've got the other 2 bombers out. This one's got 2 hits on it as well, so we would come back to this if we go to round 2. Right, let's make sure we get this all done. I mean, the only thing that could fail us here is, like I say, if we get a fallen result right away, and then a fallen result right away, I think. Something. But we'd also need to miss a, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on both of their draws, so I don't think it's going to happen. So yellow 3, top row, middle column, looking for a 9. Oh, well, I'm not damaging it though, so nothing's happening. So it's a 12, so we don't disrupt, and he's jammed guns. So kind of the good thing was he didn't deal damage and have that threat of it falling out. So that's all that's happening to that guy. So we'll do yellow 2 behind, and these are all in the middle bomber, obviously, and these are all in the right hand bomber. Right, so top yellow 2, top row, middle column, looking for a 9. There we go, it's an 8. So 8 disrupts the tile. We've got damage, low ammo. So when we disrupt that, these are all going to be isolated. When we isolate that, these 4 are all going to be isolated. So I'm just going to take all 4 of them out of the way. I suppose I'll leave them intact just now. Should be able to squeeze that out of the bunch. And then that as well. Sort of. A bit messier, but... right, so they're all on that, they're all on that. That's fine, nice. Okay, so that worked well up to now. What I will now do is I'm going to score my kit isolated, so I'm going to score my 6 points and chuck this tile away because there was nothing more to do to that. And yeah, it doesn't specify that in the rules, but there's nothing you can do to the tile, so I don't see the point of having it lying about confusing the issue. So 6 kit isolated, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 1 bomber kill up to now as well. So all going nice. Yeah, put them on there actually. They are available tiles. They are 4 that are available. It's just the other one wasn't available to do anything with. So, right, we're not finished with that guy yet, are we? This is yellow 2, isn't it? Yeah. So go to the isolation. He's going to deal damage and get low ammo as well. The low ammo and the damage. Fuselage, just basic fuselage on there. Right, hopefully now we can get all the bombers, lone bombers left. So yellow leader on an isolated tile this time, and 4, 8, 9, it's 10, a 10 distress number we're looking for. So middle row, middle column. So we get a 6 distress number. He's going low ammo and taking return fire. So, but first of all, we're going to get, again, when this becomes fallen, this is an isolated tile, so he becomes a lone bomber as well. So 2 more Heinkels. 2 more Heinkels, right. Let's do that and get the lone bomber that's got the fuselage damage on it. Not sure, I think there's more damage to come. No, maybe not. Well, the card's still there, right? And then, like I say, because that's fallen, this becomes a lone bomber as well, so I'll just put him along there. I will just put that destroyed marker up there as well, just to leave it, just to keep an eye on points. And I'll get rid of this tile as well. There's nothing more we can do to that. So coming back to yellow leader here. No, so it's low ammo. We've done the 6, low ammo and return fire, so it wasn't any damage. Low ammo, return fire for yellow leader. He should have a charm. He does. It's John Brown. So return fire though. Well, that's a mechanical one. Well, you can cancel it, can't you? But these are what does that mean again? Pretty sure it means we're going back to base, doesn't it? Is it 2 options? You can make go lost contact, is it? Roll a die if even the RAF exits the bomber formation and has lost contact. If odd, it returns to base. So can I roll on this first? Don't think there's anywhere says that I can, but maybe some folk would say, well, you could find out the result of this before you cancel it. I don't know if it should be or not. I suppose it's just to keep him in the max, but then he's not got his. Well, what we've got our 6 points. We've got 1 more to do here. Kind of hoping we're going to get damage here, so I think this is going to have 2 hits on it. Oh, what are these on? Oh, these are on this. Sorry, that was the other guy in the bunch. Yeah, he's going to get 4 shots on it. He could maybe go down. I'd like to think he's going to get 1 more hit. So he's going to run 2 hits. Let's hope. Oh, hang on. One of the destroyed markers. Yeah, it's that one there. That doesn't count for us. That was from flak, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm going to chuck that back in the cup, or I'll get confused. We've got 1 destroyed bomber. There's a chance of getting a second one here. If we got that second one, we would have 8 points. But I still sort of feel like we should come back and go for this, and this. And round 2, remember, it's only round 2. Take a chance with John Brown. Take a chance. What do you think, John? What would you do? You'd surely want to be involved in the fight here. It's not, the escort stations aren't scary. I mean, we could see the 2 inbound vector markers. We might just see the first one being a raid, and that's that, which would be fine. Like I say, I want to say the maximum we could get from this is 3 cards. and an ambush. So there is a possible, but that's the absolute worst case scenario of 4 cards. We could get in between 0 and 4 cards. 4 dogfights, you know. This might produce nothing. Okay, it could get a Messerschmitt, could get a flak, but it's worth the gamble. I feel like it's worth the gamble. What do you think, John? What would you be saying? I think you'd be wanting to stay about. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We're going to cancel that mechanical failure. John's managed to sort it. A bit of string and a bit of glue and tape. A bit of tape. That'll do it. Right, so that was Yellow Leader. So we are going to cancel that. We're going to take a chance and cancel that. And that was him done, yeah? It was return fire, low ammo, and a 6. We give him the low ammo, he's done. Right, okay. Well, hopefully that doesn't bite us in the bum. We shall see. Right, so blue 2 at the back. So lone bomber. So bottom row, middle column. So damage low ammo, that's what we're looking for. And some damage. Here we go. Just the wing. Ooh, got a chance. Just a 12 though. But we've been known to do things like this. Here we go. Just a 12 will do it. No, not good. Right, so we got the 2 damage on that, which, you know, tempts you to want to come back for that. And we've got one down here with 2 on it. And I reckon we might, if not take this out, it's going to be ready to be taken out. And then we've got 1 more that we could go for. So, did I say 10? Yeah, no, I said 11. I'll end up with 11 points because we've got 1 already in mind. Right, let's finish this off because I need to go. Green 3 is bottom row, middle column, lone bomber, bottom row, middle column, dorsal gunner, ammo, return fire. That's a bit of a bummer because I think he's just a regular. Oh no, green section's full of veterans. Good. So no, that was the low ammo. Dorsal gunner damage, and return fire for green 3. It's Moffat, who's veteran and has a charm. Here we go. Return fire. Right, there's a hit, and it's an 8, so it's getting chucked away, and he's using his. It was a nice, easy decision, that one. And that's him. Low ammo, done some damage, blah blah blah. Right, so green 2, same again. Bottom row, middle column. Just dorsal gunner damage, nothing more, but that's fine. So that's 2. 2 to come. It would be nice to just take this guy out, obviously. So green leader, bottom row, middle column. Damn, jam guns. We got a dud. So, jam guns. Yeah, no, that was just dorsal gunner, wasn't it? And that's just jam guns, so no ammo issues there. So it doesn't look like we're taking it out unless we get something that lucky, which is possible. Blue leader, so bottom row, middle column. Oh, that's dorsal gunner again. So he's got 3 dorsal gunner damage and low ammo. Well, at least we've got one of the duds away, remember? Dorsal gunner hat, low ammo. Yeah, dorsal gunner hat. So, I mean, this guy's going to be easy to take down. Yeah, I think I'm coming back. Well, the fact that I kept John Brown there about really kind of forces my hand now. He's not going to be happy if I've used that and I'm not going to come back. But I suppose not coming back means we're not getting any grief. We're just ending the patrol right now with, what, 7 points. We probably should. I said we need 13. That would need us needing 6 for the last patrol. But I think we're going to have issues with pilots come this last patrol. Now, whether we might push some more fatigue to their limit, it's possible to try and get the 4 sections. But it might mean we only have 3 sections. And if we can get another 1, 2, 3, 4 points, is that realistic? On top of the 7 that we've got, that's 11. Then we only need 2 points. So is it realistic? We'd really want to put 2 on this, 3 on this, 3 on this. That's 2, 3, that's 8. And then we've got the full 12. 4 on this. And we could take a chance and put 5 on this and skip one of them. And pick our moment, maybe. Maybe just put 1 on this guy and wait till a dud comes along. Well, we've seen 1 dud already. Again, I'm not going to look back through the discard pile, but if I can keep it in my memory, we've seen 1 already. But I don't know, there might have been another 1 or 2 went by. I didn't notice because I was looking at the top row of things, so I never really looked. It's not something I'm trying to keep in my head. So I'm going to come back to disengage. We do have a check 30, mate, but it's just a 3, so kind of hopeful. Nobody's no ammo. We've got 2 with jam guns, so that's a slight issue as well. You know what? Even if we get the 3, maybe just make sure and get the 3 and just have a random pot shot at that, maybe. Right, okay. I better call it for now. Probably won't be back tonight. Tomorrow, maybe tomorrow night I might. Yeah, work's kicking in a little bit, but I'll ease off again. I've got took an extra day off next week because Tracy's going away, so I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday now. And then the following week after that, I'm just coming up to my holidays, which we're still not sure what we're doing. The work situation with this result of our getting a pay rise has helped immensely. So pretty sure we are going to do something. Although Tracy's got a possible interview for a job, so that's interfering with things about holiday wise as well. But I mean, I am off pretty much all of September. I think I'm off for near enough 4 weeks in September. It's just that's how I just put my holidays together. I quite like being that time of year, but as for doing anything, we weren't sure this year, and because of certain things, so we've still not booked anything. But I think we are going to book something, so probably going to be away for at least 1 of the 4 weeks, possibly up to 2. But yeah, plenty of time coming up, so I do need to get ready for something new. Like I say, I still think it's going to be D-Day at Pellew. The other games that I had on my list were Combat, which I need to really have a re-look at. I want to say that they've redone the rules for that. I think I said already. I have just the original version of it. I think they've redone the map as well because it was a bit hard to, the shadows in it and that wasn't maybe done that well. So I need to like really look up on that. What was the other one? Labyrinth, War on Terror. I have the first expansion to that as well, Awakening, I think. I always fancied maybe doing that. Spoke about that. Give Us Victories again, which is about the Civil War, US Civil War. Italian designed game. Huge map though, which was sort of putting me off a little bit about how to, again, it's one of the 2 mappers, so it's huge, and it's paper map as well, so getting under Plex is a pain. Don't really know much about that. I will at some point give it a go. Navajo Wars was another one I spoke about. I have had a little bit of a shot of that, as I have Combat as well. And then I suppose Atlantic Chase came to mind there as well, while playing this. Same designer, Jerry White. I think it is. Pretty sure it is. Well, I said that earlier. Nobody corrected me. So, so yeah, I think Pellew. There's probably some other ones still out there, like wargame wise. That yeah. And then I'm saving up for the end of the year for having another redo Enemy Action Ardennes for my birthday. So looking forward to that as well when it comes. Right, I'll get away for now and I'll be back when I'm back with well actually yeah, this is only part 1 of Patrol 7, isn't it? So yeah, We'll be back with part 2 when I get the chance. Okay, cheers.